Hey everybody, and welcome back to my Conjuration tree exploration using the Ordinator perk overhaul mod. Alright, so here we are. Between episodes off camera, I did all the boring stuff as far as selling off my loot, creating all my gold rings and enchanting them, and yada 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 and so forth. So let's hop into it now and take whatever levels that we have gained. Looks like our magicka is all the way up to 700 now. That's pretty awesome. It means we're really only about 5 levels away from our what is it? Our 4th additional conjuration, our 4th additional minion, giving us 5 total, which will be amazing when we get there. Should be pretty quick, I would think. 2, 3. Ooh, are we only 2 levels away from? Ooh, we might be. Pretty cool. Okay, so we have 5 perks to use. Oh, and I have to say that I also leveled up illusion to 100 using the muffle spell, just casting it over and over again. This will allow us to take this level 90 perk that we wanted up here, Blind Guardian, that allows us to activate one of our summons to create an illusion of it for 60 seconds that will fight alongside us. I really don't know how useful this is going to be. In the grand scheme of things, it's not super powerful just because it only lasts for 60 seconds and it has a 5-minute cooldown. It's pretty easy to take advantage of because all you have to do is run up to one of your minions and activate it. You just have to remember to do it every 5 minutes. We'll have to keep an eye on the upper left-hand corner of the screen to see when that's usable again. I'm not sure I'm going to actually take this. Basically, it resets that 5-minute cooldown on this one perk for or after 8 seconds of being out of combat. If we have an extra perk to take, I'll go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to skip it. Otherwise, I think we might be done with the illusion skill tree here. The reason I didn't stop at 90 was because we need the illusion skill to be at 100 in order to start the ritual quests for each of these magic trees in order to get the access to the master level spells through the spell vendors and the spell trainers at the College of Winterhold. Alright, so now we have 4 perks. I think what we're going to do next is focus on restoration. That and destruction are the only 2 perk trees we really have left. Destruction, we said we weren't really going to follow unless, you know, we had some extra perks to spend at the end of this exploration. We can fill out one of them if we decide to specialize in one. We will need to get this up to 100 at some point in order to gain access to the master level spells. But there is, I think, some synergy here in restoration that we can take advantage of. Let's see. I think the main thing that we were talking about, and I probably have repeated this over and over again, but Under My Wings is the one that I want to look at. This is the most interesting synergistic perk that works sort of directly with our Conjuration perks. And this is basically if you're dual casting any healing spell on yourself, it also affects all of your minions. Or actually all of your non-mechanical allies, which your summoned minions actually count as. They do have to be within 20 feet, which is kind of a short leash, but you know, it still helps. The other thing, if we're casting a concentration healing spell on ourselves, we'll also get the benefit of the boost to our minion damage for while we're concentrating on a spell. I don't remember what that perk was called. Let me see here. It was up the left side of this tree here. I do remember that. While you charge or concentrate on a spell, friendly conjured Deja within 30 feet gain 30% attack damage. So there is a lot of synergy there. Especially if you're not particularly keen on going the destruction route or the spell sword route. You want to be a little more hands-off. You can kind of sit behind the front lines, concentrate on casting your healing spell. Your minions will constantly be regenerating health at an accelerated pace because that healing spell is going to be applied to them, and they'll also all be doing 30% more damage because you're concentrating on a spell. So that's some pretty good juice there. We are only at restoration level 42, so we're going to have to level this up pretty rapidly, which means I think we're going to have to find a good restoration spell to hook up to Okado's recital. And since we're only at restoration level 42, our choices for spells that we can buy are going to be kind of limited. So we're definitely going to need Descending Light. So when we enter combat, rapidly regenerate magicka equal to half your restoration skill per second. That's not really useful to us just because we'll probably already have long since conjured our minions that we're going to be using. And our Bound Sword, is that an apprentice level spell? If it is, then we get those for free anyway. Same with the destruction magic that we cast most of the time. So our magicka is going to be full most of the time. I am interested in Warrior's Flame here. And basically everybody on the battlefield sort of is one at a time affected randomly by this effect, and if it's a friendly entity that is targeted, it starts restoring magicka and stamina 20 points for 5 seconds, and then hostile targets are cursed, draining the same amount instead of the restoration of it. It doesn't stipulate that these have to be human allies, so I'm wondering if this applies to our minions as well. I think it does, and if it does, then it will help us. That is synergy there. And this actually goes all the way up to the top of the tree here. So there's lots of perks that we can spend here that will help strengthen our minions. And it all does this automatically, so we don't have to actively do anything or remember to do anything. Which is nice. The next level perks beyond Warrior's Flame is health status. Health status changes. So we will be healed 20 points per second instead of just recovering stamina and magicka. And enemies will be harmed if they're affected by the status. So yeah, good stuff up this center tree here too, which is nice. Yeah, the Hallowed Burial, the Vigilant stuff, I'm not worried about those. So we have a couple perks that we're gonna bank for now. I could go through, the one-handed skill tree, destruction skill tree. Those are things that I can spend my perks on. Also, enchanting. I do want to enchant some good gear to go along with this character before I start taking on legendary difficulty. So there are more perks to take there too. But for now, we're going to keep it easy, we're going to keep it fast, and we are going to focus on leveling up restoration and destruction a little bit. So what now? Let's go ahead and work with our Okado's recital here. We're going to have an empty left hand to clear the Okado's stack, as it were. And of course we need ebony flesh. That is a necessity. So we're going to add that back in. Soul Cloak, I think I'm going to skip this time just to make room for both a destruction spell and a restoration spell. So I think I'm going to hook up a cloaking spell, and since we're doing the mage's quest line right now, I think I'm going to hook up Lightning Cloak for the destruction spell. Lightning Cloak, there we go. And then for restoration, we just have to pick something that makes sense here. I think Circle of Strength is probably going to be the only thing that works. It's only a novice level spell, but at least we'll be casting something every time we enter combat. And as we level up a little bit, and once we get through this college quest line, we can see if we can buy some extra restoration spells from Colette and hook those up as soon as possible. Okay, so we're not able to take advantage of our Soul Cloak, but we will be using our Bound Sword. So we'll be able to absorb souls that way. Let's see, I don't actually remember what I had hooked up to that third slot in Okado's Recital. Oh yeah, I was using Muffle for the illusion levels, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's good. Yeah, alright, I think we're all set up. So on the agenda for today, I think we're going to go finish off the Mages Guild quest line, or the College of Winterhold quest line. We're going to close that out and get access to all of our spell vendors again. And then we are going to activate the ritual quests that we have, which are the quests that open up once you reach level 100 skills for all of the different spell schools. And once you complete those quests, then you get access to the master level spells through the vendors. And you're even gifted a couple of them as quest rewards. Okay, but first, what time is it here? 1:45 p.m. We can go ahead and get some rest. We'll probably just go ahead and rest till 5... or no, we'll rest till 7 p.m. and then we can pray to Azura. And then we'll go ahead and head to the College of Winterhold. And everybody's seen the end of this quest, and we probably won't level up too much from it, but beating down Ancano never really gets old, so I'll go ahead and record all of that too. I won't cut it. But for now, let's go ahead and rest until 7 p.m. We'll head over to the college, and we'll take it from there. Alright, all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. Let's first make sure we're getting the band back together here. We don't want to start this show as a solo act here. So we're going to need the Dremora Lord. We're going to need a Flame Atronach. We're going to need a Frost Atronach. And a Storm Atronach. Now the Dremora Lord has a bee in his bonnet already. Probably just these wisps. We're probably also going to need access to the Staff of Magnus as well, so we'll go ahead and put that in our favorites. Ooh, Grand Soul Gem. I wonder if there's any more of those laying around here. Yeah, probably. I don't really want to take the time right now, though. Let's get through this. Quick save, just in case.
Did you hear something?
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Now, the Staff of Magnus actually does a pretty good job at taking these things out, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I may as well just go ahead and equip that in the offhand there. It's pretty cool and wizardly, yeah. Where did Tolfdir go? We're supposed to talk to him. What is he doing all the way down there? Alright, Tolfdir. He must have chased a wisp all the way down there. Wow, he really went down there, didn't he? I can't remember my compass hotkey. There we go. Alright, where'd this guy go? He's on the other side of this wall. Ugh. You know, this Great Cities, Minor Holds is great, except that when you're trying to do something quick and easy here... Oh, he fell off the path there. I see what happens.
You survived. You have it then? Let's
I do.
hope it's as powerful as the Synergies believe it to be.
Why are you all the way out here?
Look for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Anama's power is growing. We can't crack whatever magic he's using to shield himself. I
Well,
hope your trip to Labyrinthium was worth it.
agreed. Let's get in there.
I'll be right behind you.
Alright, I don't know how you're going to pathfind your way back to this bridge, but wish you the best of luck there, Tolfdir. Hopefully he doesn't jack up the scripting for the quest here, but such a pain, such a pain. There we go. Took that down easily enough.
Have you seen Master Groshup? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope he's okay.
Oh, I love interesting NPCs. They thought of everything. Defeat Ancano. We still have to wait for Tolfdir to get in here. There he is. Oh, he's ready to throw some hands.
You think I can destroy you? The power to unmake the world at my fingertips. And you think you can do anything about it? Ha! I am beyond your pathetic attempts at magic. You cannot touch me.
The staff! Use it on the eye!
Ditto. I don't even see where the guy went. Okay. The minions are keeping him busy there. Oh. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, now we gotta clean up all these bastards. I think I may have accidentally hit the Lord there, the Dremora Lord. Oh no, there he is. Okay. Still got all 4 of our BFFs here. Okay. Something tells me that we're about to be visited by a Synergies monk.
I knew you could do it.
So, what do we do now?
I don't know. Ancano is gone. But whatever he's done to the eye doesn't seem to have stopped. I have no idea what to do.
Quaranier. Hey,
We
buddy.
knew you would succeed. Your victory here justifies our belief in you. You have proven yourself more than worthy to guide the College of Winterhold.
So, what now?
The eye has grown unstable. It cannot remain here, or else it may destroy your college and this world. It must be secured. Onkano's actions prove that the world is not ready for such a thing. We shall safeguard it, for now. You now have the opportunity to maintain your college and carry on with your lives. You have our gratitude, Archmage.
Archmage, huh? Oh, look at all those monks. Something tells me that's not their first time handling big balls, huh?
The college is safe again thanks to your work. I knew you had it in. I dare say the Synergies are right. There's no one more deserving to be Archmage, in my opinion. Here, consider these yours, and the Archmage's quarters as well. I shall be here for advice, should you need me.
Sweet. I mean, I've only been doing this for like 5 minutes, but I'll be your boss. I don't care. Okay, so I think this is the question to ask to kick off the ritual spell for alteration. So let's go ahead and do that.
At this very moment? No. However, well, I've been working on something. An improvement on the Ebony Flesh spell. I've made progress, but then hit a snag. I think perhaps you could help.
How can I help?
I need you to collect some dragon scales. And not just any dragon scales. As I've said, I made some progress using the essence of dragon scales, but they're just not quite potent enough. My knowledge of Skyrim's history is far from complete, but I did some research and discovered two things. First, there are ancient references to dragon heart scales. What little I could learn suggests they may be what I need. Second, there are stories of a dagger called Calvazine's Fang, said to be sharp enough to carve individual scales off a dragon. First, we'll need to retrieve the dagger, then use it to carve a few scales off a dragon. Presumably, it'll cease one.
That would make it easier. Alright. Well, I will return shortly with the dragon scales.
That would be wonderful. I'll be sure and have everything ready. This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I'm just giddy. Let's see here. Is there anything else that I need from Tolftir? I don't think so. I guess we could look at his spells and see what else is in there that
Take a look.
might be helpful, but we don't really have much gold to spend anyway. I mean, there's lots of stuff that's useful, but I'm looking specifically for things that create interesting synergies with Conjuration. I'm not really seeing much. I mean, Paralyze would be nice. We could hook that up to our Spell Scribe. Spell Twine is also nice, if a bit limited. Strength of the Earth. Yeah. Yeah. Not really anything that's getting me too excited here. Go ahead and switch to Sparks on our other hand. Oh, I did want to see if there were any more wisps floating around here. We took care of Onkano pretty quickly, so I don't think there was too much time for too many wisps to be spawned, or magic anomalies. I keep calling them wisps. That's not technically correct, but yeah, no, just the one. Okay, so next we're gonna try to find Finis here, and we're gonna start his ritual quest. And who else? Illusion. So Drevis, we also need for the illusion, or I'm sorry, the ritual quest for him. For illusion. And then we just have destruction and restoration once those level up enough. Destruction seems like it's going to take forever, doesn't it? We might have to figure out something else there. I don't know. Maybe the cloaks or the cloak spells will help it out. Okay. Finis.
The Eye of Magnus.
Okay, Drevis here.
Slipped through our grasp. Oh, what we might have learned.
Wasn't worth it, buddy. What else is there to be learned about illusion magic?
You have gone beyond my teachings, which is quite a feat. I did not think it possible, but there is always more to learn. I believe you are ready for the next step.
Which is?
Knowledge of truly powerful illusion spells is here at the college, but it is hidden from those who might misuse it. I shall teach you a spell to discern things hidden from others. With it, you will be able to acquire the texts you need. Bring all 4 to me, and I shall use them to inscribe the spells for you.
Sounds good. This one's probably pretty easy if it's all on campus grounds. Awesome. We still have yet to find Finis, though. Oh, here he is. Up late, I see.
With that Ancon. There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
What else is there to be learned about Conjuration?
Advanced. Most impressive.
Yeah, well, you know.
There are spells yet to be learned. Powerful spells that can more closely and more permanently bind creatures to your will. But there are risks. There are always risks. You must summon and command an unbound remora.
Cool. How do I do that?
I will teach you the spell to summon the Dremora, but know that it will only work in a place properly prepared for the event. Once you have summoned the Dremora, you will order it to deliver to you a sigil stone from an Oblivion Gate. Once I have the sigil stone, I shall inscribe the spells that you seek.
Sounds easy enough.
If only that were true. Summoning an unbound Dremora is not like other conjuration spells. It will not simply do your bidding. You must first prove you are in control. Here is the spell you need. Go to the top of the Hall of Attainment. I have prepared a place for you there.
Sweet. Okay, so since we're doing a Conjuration exploration, let's go ahead and start with this one. Now we're probably going to have to repeatedly beat the crap out of this Dremora that we summon over and over again until he decides that we're his daddy. And once that happens, he'll go get us a sigil stone and we can get the master level Conjuration spells, which will be nice. Okay, now before we get started, go ahead and do another quick save here. Alright, now do we have that spell? Summon Unbound Dremora. There we go. Here we go. What could possibly go wrong? Go. Oh, you know what? This might be bad. You will do as I say. I dismissed all my minions because they were getting in the way. Yeah. Let's, jeez. Okay. Let's get, we'll get a Dremora Lord in here. Well, thankfully his aim isn't too great with that thing. Well, that was easy enough. It could have been a lot worse than it was. Alright. couple things. We probably have to summon him a couple more times. Let's go ahead and get the band back together here, so that we're prepared. Now, I don't know if this guy counts as a summoned minion or not, but I guess we'll lose one if he does. Not a big deal. Oh yeah, one more thing. I was able to buy a spell book from Colette, the restoration trainer slash spell vendor at the college, and that was... Oh, I got a bunch of crap to learn here, don't I? Forgot to learn all these at the beginning of the episode. That's alright. Tree rings. So Tree Rings is a higher level restoration spell that should level up our restoration a little bit higher, and it's actually useful too because it will heal us after a short delay after being cast. So hooking that up to Okado's recital would be a good idea. Sorry, I'm lost in the menus here. Here we go. So we're going to have to restack our ebony flesh. And our lightning cloak. And finally we will hook up the new spell, Tree Rings. It's an adept level spell. So we should get a nice little boost to our restoration progression there. Awesome. Alright. So now we're going to have to summon this unruly customer again. But now we're better prepared for him. Really? Because I'm kind of having some fun right now. Are you ready to submit? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's not going to last long. I don't even need to cast my weapons and stuff. Alright. It looks like we got to level up too, so that's good. Alright, what next? Do it again. I wonder how many times I got to do this. 3 seems like a pretty good number. I beg to differ. I can do this all day, buddy.
I submit.
Clear your throat, man.
Is your bidding.
Bring me a sigil stone. And make it snappy.
Yes, my lord. Summon me again, and I shall have your stone.
Ha. Okay. Something tells me he's not too happy with us, but he might be a little begrudging about this, so you guys be ready. There he is.
Your sigil stone, Lord Dagon, is less than pleased at its loss.
He'll get over it. Okay.
Your sigil stone, Lord Dagon, is less than pleased at its loss.
So you're just gonna kind of hang around here then? Cool, whatever. Alright, so now we gotta bring that Dremoro stones back to Finis. Alright, oh, jeez. What do we got going on here? Battle of the Balds?
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution. That incident in Morthal was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I got your stone.
Mine? Oh, no. The stone is yours. I simply need to borrow it for a moment. Now, let's see what there is to see. The people of Skyrim have no appreciation for what we do here.
Oh, jeez.
Should you ever fall victim to an unfortunate accident,
So, what do you see?
I have the knowledge I need. And so you may have your stone back. And also, please, take this. You have done well.
Flame Thrall added. So, alright. That's good. What do you have for sale?
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Now, Flame Thrall is the master level spell that is gifted to you as a reward for completing the ritual quest for destruction. What the Flame Thrall does is it is pretty much just like a regular Flame Atronach summon, except it lasts forever, which is great. The other part of this is that we now have permission to buy from Finis master level spells, which include the ones from Apocalypse. Anai's magic spell package mod that I love dearly. Conjure Weeping Daedra. What is this? Summons a Weeping Daedra for a lot of seconds. It steals a large amounts of health with its magical attacks, but turns to inert and brittle stone when an enemy looks at it. That's pretty cool. Alright, so there's a lot of cool stuff like this that is added by Apocalypse Spells of Skyrim. But we also have Frost Thrall, Storm Thrall. I don't know if there's a Dremora Thrall, though. It might be a bit out of balance, maybe. Okay, so I'm just going to buy all of these, and we will sort of experiment with them as we can. Oh my goodness. Threw a lot of gold really quickly there, didn't we? We're not going to need the Archmage's robes. We can sell those to him. Alright, let's go ahead and just learn what we have here. I might just go ahead and console in a bunch of gold here and just buy all this stuff from him so that we have it. But first... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to console in the gold. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these spells. We're going to go ahead and learn them all. I don't know that we're going to... Well, yeah. You know what? We're probably going to switch out the summons in our favorites menu for the Thrall versions of these. Just so, you know, we don't have to remember to recast them as much as we do normally. Let's see here. Banished Living. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dismiss these current dudes, except for the Dremora here. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and dismiss all of them here. Do we have a Storm Atronach around here somewhere? Wow, you took that like a champ, I gotta say. Do I? Did the Edge of Oblivion take us? He might have got stuck outside. Okay, so we still have the illusion ritual spell to take care of. And I think that can be done on grounds here. So let's go ahead and make that active. We got our compass up. So where is it telling us to go here? Nowhere. Shalador's writings, and then the other one was another book for Urag. Crap, okay. Bring the 4 Master Illusion texts. So we got to use this Vision of the 10th Eye spell here, which is Illusion, Vision of the 10th Eye. Anything? I might have to turn off. The E and B here, maybe? We'll start in the Arcanium. How about that? My memory is failing me as to where these books are. So I might have to do some research on this and come back to it. Okay, so I looked the quest up on UESP, and it says there's a book in here called... well, I don't know what it's called. It's just called the first book. It says it is on the West Ring, on the same table as the Legend of Red Eagle. So there's the Legend of Red Eagle. Ah, there's the Master Illusion text. Oh, that's really faint, isn't it? Let's see if... Okay, you can see it a little better with the E and B on, actually. Okay, so now we know what we're actually looking for. Okay, so there's one of them. Oh, looks pretty dry to me. Actually, it looks like a whole bunch of pubes got stuck between the pages. Alright. What's next here? Alright, next we're headed to the Hall of Attainment. Okay, I didn't look exactly where this thing is. I kind of want to do this a little more organically, but it did say that it was on the upper level. Is this our guy on the top here? No. Looking for books, looking for books. Nothing doing. Oh, somebody is snoring hard. Oh my gosh. Enthir. Is it one of these guys? No. Let's cast this thing again. Oh, there it is. Found it. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, so here we are in the Hall of Attainment. Apparently, the third text is up here on the upper level somewhere. So let's go ahead and cast our spell. And look for any books with red stink lines coming off of them. And a whole bunch of pubes in them. Found it! Alright. And on to the fourth and final book. Alright, so here we are in the damn Midden. This is where the fourth book is supposed to be. It's supposed to be here next to the Atronach Forge. And of course I spend very little time in the Midden, as I'm sure everybody. So, of course... I had to spend the last 7 years running around aimlessly like a damn idiot, trying to find this place because I couldn't remember where it was. But once I got here, it looks like the last text is pretty easy to find. So at least there's that. Okay, so now we have all 4 texts. We just need to bring them back to Drevis, if I can find my way out of here. Alright, Drevis, where are you? There he is.
The Eye of Magnus, here but lost. Slipped through our grasp.
I feel like you're just repeating that over and over at this point. Anyway, I found your damn books.
Yes, very good. Here then is the first of the illusion spells you sought.
Okay, so that gives us Hysteria. That's pretty awesome. Let's just go ahead and take a look at his other spells here. See if there's anything that is going to be useful in the future as we putz around with what we can do here. Now, a lot of these master level spells are going to be, you know, like dual cast, take forever type spells. So, I don't know how many of these are actually going to be all that useful. Things like Hysteria, Mayhem, and Harmony are very useful because you can take advantage of the distorted shape that you get from the ebony flesh. The fact that you're invulnerable makes it so that you can spend that 10 seconds casting a master level spell, and then once you do cast it, it pretty much placates everybody either through fear or calm. Fury is a little more dangerous because they can still target you. But, yeah, those might be interesting to mess around with. We do have plenty of gold now that I cheated. Shh. We might come back here and pick some more of these up if we start experimenting more with sneaky type stuff, which we might. But I think that's it for Illusion for now.
Blow up half of Eastmart. People would still come to us for enchantments.
Yeah, I guess. You sure hate having a stable job, don't you? Anyway. Okay. So, I think this is going to mark the end of the episode. I know that we still have the Alteration quest to do. That one's a little more involved because we have to go fight a damn dragon and a dragon priest. And it's kind of a large dungeon if I remember it correctly. So that is enough to justify its own episode, I think. Also, I don't really know if this dragon is going to spawn because we have dragons turned off. So that'll be interesting to see. I guess once we get there, if the dragon that is supposed to be there, that we're supposed to be harvesting the spells or the scales from, then I guess we could just console one in, I suppose. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and learn those spell books that we bought. Oh, he gave us Hysteria and we bought it anyway. Whatever. Okay, so now we have those master level illusion spells. He has a whole bunch more that we can buy and experiment with if we decide we want to. But now let's go ahead and level up. Magicka. Ooh, one more away from having a 700. Oh no, that's wrong. We have to. We're shooting for 800. We're shooting for 750 base Magicka, not 750 total. So that's a little bit farther away, but a lot closer than it was. 6 levels away from being able to summon our final additional 5th minion, which will be a lot of fun. We do have perks that we can use now. Restoration. Did we... Okay, we can take Hallowed Burial. Oh, we don't want Hallowed Burial. Yeah, we can't really take anything, can we? Well, let's see. We need 50 for Overflowing Cup and then 70 for Under My Wings. And then we need... Oh, jeez. I'm having trouble navigating this with the control pad here. 50 for Warrior's Flame. And then 60 for both Sacred Flame and Ashes to Ashes. 80 for Battle Cleric. 90 for Eternal Flame. And 100 for Apotheosis. Alright, so that level up was a little less eventful than I had expected. That's alright. I don't mind. We'll save them. So yeah, I think that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching again. Getting ever and ever closer to the end of the tunnel here. I'm looking forward to actually capping out Restoration and Destruction and then being able to switch over to legendary and see what this is going to take to be viable at that difficulty level. And then once we have some fun with that, we can start thinking about some alternate builds that we can sort of branch off of this main concept. Things like bound battle axe, bound bow, and maybe taking on a couple of Daedric quests and seeing how we can build a character concept around those specific artifacts. But yeah, I think that does it for this episode. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.